Anyway, so Nixon or Rodney or someone or like the United States Congress or maybe Trumpy, I don't really know. Somebody had been thinking that they were like this big time, like war conqueror person or something like that, and they thought that they had a team of men on, or inside team of men on Mars or something like that, or that there was a spaceship building there. I think what happened was they went to Mars or they ordered a spaceship from Mars or something like that, and the 1.5s might have built a ship for them, thinking that they were the same size or something like that, or they thought that this other group. Anyway, though, the point is that they got to Mars and they found out that the ship that was built there was not big enough for them, and that they were actually stuck on Mars and going to die. So, and there was no Earth or humanoid colony on Mars, but they thought there was, or they thought they were in contact with a Martian colony of humans, but they weren't. They were in contact with a Martian colony of 1.5 people, because there are no humans on Mars, because it's too much. 12 gravities is way too much for someone that's 6 foot tall or even 3 foot tall. Like, that's why they're 1.5 foot tall, and they're quite happy there. Yeah, whatever. They live with 12 gravities just fine. It's not a big deal. So, but somebody ordered a ship from Mars and had the ship built in Mars, and then, because like I said, somebody has been ordering, and they'll order a submarine or something, or like a spaceship, and then they'll go there to the site, kill everyone there, get inside the spaceship or get inside the ship, and then blast off. And this had worked for them for a while there. They had ordered like 65 cars and then gone and shown up to where the 65 cars were and then just killed the people, or shown up where the aircraft were and then just killed the people and taken the aircraft. And this had worked out for them for a while. Anyway, and they thought that Mars or that something was the same way, so they had, or that the moon was the same way or something, and that they figured that they would just, instead of going and paying for the tickets or paying for the ride, that they would just have the ship already ready for them, and then they would do the same thing that they've been doing on Earth. But anyway, people found out, and besides, there are no humanoid. Anyway, so they were directed to Mars, to land on Mars, basically. So they went and they landed on Mars, and like I said, what they found there was pretty much like, it was a ship, it was a big ship, but there was no way in heck they could get inside of it. And it would have worked. It was a very advanced big ship, but unless you're going to use it like a surfboard, and even then, it wouldn't have worked. Like I said, 1.5 versus whatever. So anyway, though, I don't really know exactly the details of it. I just know that when they got to Mars, what they found there was, they thought there was this great big huge humanoid colony, and they found out there was a 1.5 foot tall colony or something. I don't really know the details of it. I just remember some bits and pieces of what they found and how they were mad and how there wasn't really much they could do about it. They were stuck there. And they died, suffocated or something like that, when their resources finally ran out. Basically, going to Mars is pretty much a one-way trip for anything big. The 1.5s even have a hard time getting off of Mars. So anyway, humans could do it with some assistance, but really no. So anyway, though, but a bunch of people, like I said, I think what happened was I was going to have there's going to be a landing party on Mars, and basically these people killed some other people or made some other people sick so they could land on Mars, because they knew that there was going to be a ship there for them. And they were going to kill the people, the builders of the ship, and then steal the ship, and then take off and kill me or something like that. Anyway, so they went down there, and then they killed some of the Martians, or the other 1.5s that went with them, or something like that. Anyway, like I said, and then they went to the location where the ship was built and ready for them. And they were talking about how now when we get to the door, blah blah blah, and they had their own little communications, and like a bunch of 1.5s were trying not to laugh, I think, like that, because break the code on the door and blah blah, and they were like talking, and then like I say, when they got there, they it was all there and ready for them, but a bit smaller. Couldn't get through the airlock. The airlocks were made for 1.5 foot tall people. And it was a functioning ship. Everything was fine. Everything checked out. Built the spec. Just a bit too small, like I say. Yeah. Anyway, though. And they had planned on killing everybody, killing their way right up to the ship and then taking off. And they had already actually planned it from the time that they left the other ship. They got down to the surface of Mars and made their way along the surface of Mars to where the ship would be, where the colony was. And then expected to break the code on the colony or get let in or do what they normally do. Remember to do what we normally do or whatever. And were going to bust their way in there and then shoot their way to the ship if they had to. And like I say, what they found there was a colony of 1.5 foot tall people. And their ship was beautiful and waiting off on the launch pad and everything, all ready. Anyway. Nixon on Earth thought that everything was going good and the ship would be back any day to pick him up. They had set up and communicated with Mars for quite a while. I didn't really realize that there was no humanoid colony on Mars. Just a 1.5 colony. And so they had lied and spent fake money and done everything and had everything all built for them and ready just like they had done on Earth. And then they had gone through a lot of effort to get down to Mars, and then they had gone up and they were expecting to kill the... Remember, just like we normally put the gun to the head, and, if they don't cooperate. Like I said. And then they were going to go off in their ship. Just like they had done on Earth. Anyway. So, oh well. Anyway, USF and Nixon and basically probably even Trumpy or whatever was all part of this, and lots of other people were a part of this and had no idea that basically their people were dead. Or that there was no ship coming. Anyway, yeah. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. Yeah. Unlike my very real big ship. Anyway, and then there was a problem with the fact that they had killed quite a few people to break away or something like that. Because like it was the ship was built in a secret location, a secret factory, a secret base, the secret base that no one knew about or something like that. I don't really know the details of it, but it's good. Anyway, so they would break away from the main group. And they had actually killed some people to break away from the main group or something like that. And then they ran off in that direction. To be the first to get there to the ship. My people didn't even bother to follow. So, anyway, whatever. My people were like, where are they going? Anyway, and I forget exactly, but I think the other astronauts, like the 1.5s, actually did have a way for the real astronauts to get off the planet. Maybe another ship that was made much bigger or something like that. Like if you're gonna go down to 12, a person can go down to 12 gravities, but anyway, I don't really know the details of it. But some people did come back, and some people didn't. And it worked out to be like a test, where some people were left at their secret ship that was way too small, and some people left the planet and were able to get back up. Anyway, whatever. Maybe. I don't really know. It was a long time ago. So, it's a good story. It's a really good story of what happened on Mars. What really happened on Mars with the 1.5 colony. Secret, top secret, need to know basis. National security. Epic stupidity, really.